This is the true escape from the city. A man wants to give his wife a home. Spend your savings on a developed desert island. And it took 2 years. Make it a desirable paradise. Not only live the immortal life of eating the sea by the sea, we also grow fruits and vegetables to achieve self-reliance. Just not too cool. John, who doesn't want to take on a mortgage. After quitting a $1 million job in the city, take your wife from Alaska, USA. After several years, I came to Canada, the country of maple leaves, and spend the savings. Buy a piece of land on an uninhabited island. I plan to live an uncontested life here, although surrounded by the sea. But there is a clear stream on the island. They don't have to worry about fresh water. So our first priority is to build a shelter from the wind and rain. These stone piers were customized by John in advance. The groove in the middle just fits the column in. Due to the high average rainfall here, the overall environment makes the ground on the island very humid. To avoid corrosion in the new home, the two plan to build a platform first. Lift the foundation up as a whole by ½ meter. So even if there is a slight high tide, don't worry about your house being carried away by a wave of seawater. After it is fully covered with composite panels, then use the rangefinder to find the center point of the platform. Mark with a rope as a compass. In this way, cut off the excess part. Now the platform looks much better. The house they want to build this time is very simple, and they are all purchased finished materials. Just open it and assemble it. This also greatly accelerates their progress towards achieving their dreams. While others were still struggling to dig the foundation, the couple only spent half a day. The walls have been built and the doors have been installed. This Bototo wins on the starting line. Top cable in series for added stability. The next step is to assemble the roof. In fact, it is not difficult for you to see at this point. Now the shape of the yurt can be seen. Otherwise, slippery is the best. Even foreigners live in traditional Chinese buildings. Since the sizes of doors and windows are customized, you just attach the frame to the wall. Cut along the edge of the window frame, so you get a regular window. Completed the construction of the basic framework. John also follows the instructions in the manual. Cover the roof with felt. Although the two of them just came up and moved a little bit, but I'm much more skilled at laying tarps. After everything on the roof is done, next comes the sealing of the wall. Lightweight thermal insulation and cotton absorption not only has good thermal insulation effect, and it also has certain flame retardancy, while ensuring that the interior is warm in winter and cool in summer. It also has a good protective effect on wooden houses. With the installation of the outermost waterproof synchronously completed, now just install the windows. The room can be completely sealed, thanks to the size that matches the tent, so that John can do it very easily. As for the hollow part in the middle of the top, there is also a skylight corresponding to him. Not only is there a screw connection, but it can be ventilated. At the same time, the material of acrylic is also very wear resistant. The key is the lighting effect. I would like to call him the strongest. Looking at a bunch of disparate parts going from something to nothing, the wife can't help but dance. And wilderness isn't wilderness, although freed from the constraints of society. But as a young man, you can't go anywhere without electricity. So John built 6 more solar panels. So, you don't have to worry about electricity anymore. During this period, they also planted in the nursery village some good surviving vegetables. Believe that soon the two will be self-sufficient. Seeing that my little home has been basically completed, in the days of leisure, let the couple have time to be scared. Enjoy a rare and enjoyable time, or walk around the nearby towns. Get a feel for the local customs. Experience the beauty of the outside world. The two of them couldn't help but want to check in early. It just so happens that there are a lot of leftovers left from the building. Just go through the splicing in the John River. Transform into a storage rack for your new home. The next morning, the fireplace ordered in town before also just arrived. But before installing, considering that the new houses are all wooden structures, in order to avoid a fire splashing too much milk, you start by building the platform underneath with stone bricks. Then the fireplace can be moved up. Then I cut holes in the wall. Install the shallots together. From now on, the two of them don't have to sleep outside. Since John installed the fireplace, life is getting better now. Don't worry about adding furniture or something. Just take your time. But as the interior becomes more and more perfect, the lack of space is also gradually manifested, especially after moving the tables, chairs and benches in. The area that can be used now is even smaller. So John is going to give the bedroom an upgrade. Build another attic from the original location. As the saying goes, building a house is not easy, but demolition is not a matter of minutes. Wait for John to make a hole in the floor. We carbonize the wood. After the bottom reaches the effect of insect and preservative, to install it in the hole opened in advance. It's just that the power of 2 people is ultimately limited. Just a simple frame keeps us busy into the evening. As for how to build the rest, and John had no idea. If so, he had no choice but to shake the cheap brother to help. It wasn't just about building lofts. The follow-up work also requires more manpower, as the cut composite board is laid on, while the wife is busy fixing. John also built a ladder from the leftover wood. Bottom space can be used as an entertainment area. It can also be used as a lunch break after hanging up the hammock. Then, before the toolman left, John also immediately started the next project, since it is to build a wilderness mansion. Then the current gate is not grand enough, and the shape of the yurt, there's not much room for expansion. So John wanted the perimeter of the house continue to use wooden boards to increase the range of the platform, in order to increase the overall usable area. And the first was the porch, after installing the stairs to the front. Secondly, on the other side of the house, John is going to build an outdoor kitchen, basically the same steps as the porch. Besides, this time the old father came uninvited. With the addition of this fierce general, make the entire construction process smoother, as the platform is sealed with wooden boards. Considering that there are often black bears around, the fragile yurt cannot resist stronger attack. And so John put the grid on all four of his homes. It can be regarded as adding a safety barrier to the two. This way, you can sleep more peacefully at night. But it's like a double-edged sword. If it is not done well, it may hurt one's own people by mistake. To be able to travel safely between the kitchen and the interior. And there's a corridor in the middle. Connect the functional areas on both sides. It also elevates the active area. The rain won't make the house muddy in the future, with the sending away of Yuanzhong friends. The island has also returned to its former tranquility. There are only two busy figures left in this section every day. They have been perfecting the porch. But just as the cap is about to be completed, at this moment, the palace is not beautiful. It's raining lightly. So John had to put down what he was doing, go back indoors and wait for the rain to stop. The next day after the rain, at this point the jungle becomes very humid. Some wild gentleman pops up like crazy. And of course, they only pick what they know. Take it back and sort it by wife. Then put it by the fireplace to quickly dry the water, to store for winter use. In addition to that, as the first snow falls in the jungle, the earth seems to be able to penetrate the chill through the screen. To survive this winter comfortably, you must ensure that the fireplace has sufficient fuel. But in fact, there are new audiences who can see it. It either rains or snows every day on this island. Basically, it rarely clears up. So, he was going to build a woodshed, protect firewood from the weather, always in a dry state for easy combustion. After being covered with planks, they can safely stockpile more firewood. Just take this opportunity and finish the rest of the roofing for the porch. As winter approaches, the desert island after the snow looks unique. John's hut has long been draped in a white coat. It was also surrounded by ice because of the condensation of the heat. When the first light of the sun shines, everything in the jungle is particularly peaceful. Sweeping the snow became something that John did every day. Although this weather is not suitable for building, but they braved the cold. Cover the outdoor kitchen with color steel tiles. After the temperature gradually warms up, they're going to upgrade the island's water system. After all, it is really troublesome to go to the river to fetch water every day. So John was going to make an old-fashioned pressurized water. Well, of course, the water doesn't come from underground. Instead, connect the wellhead to the water storage tank next to it. This is like taking your pants off and farting. Personal feeling. It may be more convenient to draw water directly from the bucket. As spring approaches, the black bears in hibernation are also beginning to wake up one after another. Hungry, they will have it at any time. The possibility of attacking humans. Therefore, the power grid that has been silent for a winter needs to be restarted, considering that there are two free-range cats at home. In order to prevent them from becoming a symbol after the black bear hibernates, John is going to build a cattery next to it. The overall area does not need to be very large, but both breathability and safety must be taken into account. So John used barbed wire for the walls. After surrounding everything up and down, the top is naturally made of universal color steel tiles. It is of high quality and low price, and it is also convenient for later maintenance. There's a cat climbing frame inside. Meet their needs to sing and dance right any time, in order to facilitate daily entry and exit cleaning. Finally, install the gate as well. As for where the cat came from, this kid has already figured out a way. After opening holes from the bottom of the room and cattery, connect with a pipe in the middle. Through the hole at the bottom, the cat can travel indoors and outdoors at will. You can go out to let out the wind and ensure safety. It's just that I just arrived in the new environment and seem a little formal. It may take a while to get used to. The warm climate has given the island new life. This weather is perfect for outdoor camping. The salty sea breeze blows on the body with indescribable comfort. There are countless treasures on the island. You can pick a basket full of them at will. In this warm and humid environment, the vegetable seedlings planted before have also sprouted. In order to provide them with a better growth environment, John is going to build a vegetable garden. After all, if you want to develop here in the long run, access to food is just as important as access to water. After making a few vegetable beds with wooden bust, now lay a layer of bark as a base. This can effectively reduce the growth of weeds. And considering the need for later fertilization, John also made two lotus fruit fragrances in the back, usually leftover meals or plant straw. The stalk falls inside. Add water. After fermentation, you can get natural fertilizer. Then the two took advantage of the opportunity to catch the sea, collected some shells and seaweed by the sea. And of course, they're not edible. Instead, it is placed in a vegetable bed and acts as fertilizer. Shells are rich in calcium, magnesium and other trace elements. It can effectively improve the activity of the soil. It has a good promoting effect on plant growth, considering that there are often wild animals in the vicinity. In order to prevent the fruits of his labor from being stolen by black bears to eat, you need to install a circle of guardrails for the vegetable garden home. You can see that the two of them take this very seriously. Each additional column is the thickness of a thigh, and surrounded by barbed wire. And John put another loop on it. With the battery storage on the yacht, let the bear come and go. You can transplant the vegetable seedlings in with confidence now, except for some that have been cultivated before. They also grow some seasoned vegetables like onions. This not only enables self-reliance, I'm afraid that gratainment is more than enough. Seeing the various facilities on the island getting better and better, the busy days made the two very tired, especially with the recent hotter weather. Sweat after work every day. Physical exhaustion cannot be relaxed. And John wanted to make an outdoor bathhouse. Anyway, there is no one else around but them. You don't have to worry about the risk of being spied on. And this iron drum is a good substitute. There are two holes arranged in several terms. It was piped to a special fireplace, and then we set it on fire. Hot and cold water circulation through pressure differential. Keep the water temperature at the right temperature. Cycle. It goes round and the days go by like this. The vegetable garden has also ushered in earth-shaking changes. The seedlings planted before have gradually grown, seeing that the cabbage is almost old enough to be served. Now their kitchen is in embryonic condition. If you want to cook indoors, it's fine when it's cold. Now using a fireplace is a bit of a pain in the ass. Therefore, the first task is to perfect the kitchen. I saw that he first cut the square wood to the right length, after quickly splicing out the general frame of the stove. According to the personal height ratio, use wooden boards to determine the height of the stove. And in order to facilitate the next printing, you need to make a mold according to the size of the iron pan first. Only then can the four corners of the concrete house be filled. Concrete is completely dried next day. With a handsaw along the shape of the pot table, cut off the planks inside. Compare the size of the pot with the size, which is just right. You can then build the vent with fireproof bricks. And the wife is not idle. He picked some fresh vegetables from the garden, cut into pieces to prepare for today's lunch. And John continues to extend out onto the platform, after installing the shelf at the bottom. This will be the place to wash and cut vegetables from now on. But a wife who has no requirements from God. Obviously, this appearance did not satisfy him. Mash up some porcelain cups that you don't usually use. Then ray splice and paste it on the surface. I have to admire my wife's ingenuity. Under his decoration, now the kitchen looks much more beautiful. As a good man in the kitchen under the hall, John can't wait to show off his cooking skills. Although the variety of vegetables in the garden is limited. But that didn't stop John from going viral. And look at this dashing approach. I knew it must have graduated from Shandong Langsham. The aroma before serving makes my wife unable to stop. Don't look at the poor appearance. I believe the taste must not be much stronger than the appearance. And since the outdoor kitchen was built, and John started cooking more and more, study dark cuisine in different ways every day. He even learned to make steamed dumplings in a cage drawer. Look at your wife's eyes full of admiration. Sure enough, men who can cook have damn charm, but the two are genuine foreigners. They tend to prefer high-calorie foods. It's just a cooktop. It cannot meet the diverse culinary requirements. So John poured concrete into the foundation. We're going to build an oven here. For future recipes, add more American variety. After the base is built with hollow bricks, it can be matched with steel bars. Pour the platform out of concrete, waiting for drying time. Due to the uncertain weather on the island, it was clear the last second. In the next second, it started to drizzle. So John needs to put up a roof. Take complete waterproof measures for the oven. I just didn't expect Yangon to be beautiful. A sudden thunderstorm fell as soon as it said. Fortunately, the roof built stood the test. After the rain stops the next day, you can continue to make the oven. But you need to use the wooden board first. Determine the location of the furnace mouth. Then fill the interior with soil, stacked up into an arc-shaped shape. So when building with fireproof bricks, it can serve as an external support. Avoid overall collapse before the cement dries. In order to make it have a better sealing effect, we need another layer on the outside. Mud, and then install the shallots. Then it can be ignited for testing. You can see that the firewood is burning quite vigorously. When testing with a thermometer, the temperature inside has reached more than 800 degrees, and the wife can't wait. Can't help but make a pizza mama flavor. Happy times turn pages. John goes out to sea to inspect fish every day. This is the main source of meat for the two on the island, and the vegetables in the garden are picked wave after wave. During this period, the two also cultivated some vegetable seedlings, because considering the location of the vegetable garden away from home Taiyuan, it's very dangerous to travel back and forth between the jungle. So the two decided to tear it down reluctantly, rebuild a new vegetable garden in the open space in front of the door. But you need to clean up all the tree brothers who love things first. Fortunately, this forest is his private property. Let him get up and have no worries. This time, the two continued to use the planting technique of the raised bed, fix the required size vegetable bed with wooden boards. As for the tree villain whose life was taken by him just now, cut the big one into sections and keep it for winter use. The smaller ones are put into a wood shredder and turned into slag ash. Put it into vegetable beds to provide nutrients to plants. After filling the interior with nutrient soil, the seeds that were cultivated before also grew into vegetable seedlings. It can now be transferred to the new environment. So far, And that's basically the end of John's build process. After the overlap of spring, summer, autumn and winter, he finally fulfilled his original promise to his wife. Make this desert island your own home. Although the story of construction comes to an end, but I believe this is also the beginning of a better life for them.